Buy side, that's what everybody talks about. That's buying long option. That's buying calls. That's buying puts. That's even buying leaps. But there's a whole nother world to options that nobody ever talks about. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to retire with 100 grand just selling puts. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. So let's get into it. Okay, like I said before, if you notice, everybody always talks about buying options, buy calls, buy puts. And you need to understand that there's two categories when it comes to options trading. There's the category of multiplication, and there's the category that it comes to the category of income. So let me show you guys that right now. In the category we're splitting into, there's the category of multiplication, where you want to multiply your money, and then there's the category of income. And depending on what you want to do, you can actually make yourself a guaranteed return. What I mean by guaranteed, that means that the probability is like 95% that it's going to work out in your favor and you're going to get to keep that income. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I play one on TV or YouTube. So, of course, consult with your advisor. But this is something that I've been doing literally for years to generate income using options. So on the multiplication side, right, this is where you buy calls and puts. This is where you swing. So for example, people will buy Meta or Facebook calls and hoping in 2 weeks it's going to double or triple. And I've actually done, and I teach this, where you can literally buy options for $1,000 and literally in a week or two, it turns to 5K. Matter of fact, if I would, I should put a screenshot of somebody literally making 4,500 doing this exact same method. So that's the side of multiplication. But it is the side of income where you want steady, almost guaranteed returns on your money. Well, this is where we get into the world of selling, where we sell calls and puts. So what we do when we sell is that we say, hey, as long as a stock doesn't get to this level, I am willing to buy it. So I'm going to show you how to generate thousands of dollars every single month doing this exact same method. But first, let's get an open breakdown of what this actually means. So let's say a stock, let's say Apple, I always like to use Apple in a lot of these examples, is at $150 a share. That's how much it costs a share. You can say, hey, in the next 2 weeks, only 2 weeks, or you can even say in the next week, if Apple doesn't get to $110 in the next 2 weeks, I want you to pay me 5% or even 10% on my cash. This is what's called a cash secured put. So what that means is that you just put cash in your brokerage. And by having the right amount of cash in your brokerage, you can sell as many of these contracts as possible and get paid money on your money. And if Apple doesn't get to $110 in the next 2 weeks, which is a 95% possibility, then you're going to get to keep the money they pay you up front. It's called premium. So you literally will create your own insurance agency, one of the most profitable companies and business models in the world using stock options. So let me go over and show you, for example, what that means. Remember though, a few things you need to keep in mind, that for options, every contract equals 100 shares. So if you buy one contract of this, or if you sell one contract of this, you're literally selling 100 shares and getting paid the premium for that. Number two, because it's a cash secured put, you need to have the money in your account to buy it. It's going to make more sense in a few seconds once I show you. So this is Block. This is the blockchain. Block is the company that owns Square and Affirm Pay. So this is a very good company, obviously. And right now it's at $79.81. Let's say in the next 2 weeks, this is July 25th. Let's go to the August 1st. And I'm recording this right now on literally July 23rd. So literally 8 days from now, which is like getting paid every week. You can see what they're paying for cash secured puts, the premium. You see, when you're buying options, you're usually the one buying this. You're paying the $223, okay? It says 223. The reason it's $223 is, remember, every options contract has 100 shares. So if it's $223 per share, every contract is 100 shares, you're going to pay $223. Just stick with me. Don't worry too much about the math. I'm just going to break it down. But for all those PhD people who want the expert training, I want to tell you what that actually means. So let's say on this particular date, right now it's at $79, but we're going to go to the put side because we're selling puts. And we're going to say, hey, if this doesn't get to $76 in the next 8 days, you're literally going to get paid 84 cents, but really it means $84 per contract you sell. So how does this work? For putting $7,600 in your account, literally putting it in your account, you can sell a cash secured put and make $84 in 7 days. So let's do the math. If you had $100,000 and you can buy 13 of these, because remember, this is $76, which really means you have to have 7,600 in your account because it's times 100. So let's see how many contracts we can buy with $100,000. So if we have $100,000, I'll put it in my calculator right now, and we divide that by 7,600, that means we can buy 13.15 contracts, 13.15 contracts. So let's just say 13 contracts. If you sell 13 contracts, you're going to get paid $84 times 13 contracts. So 84 times 13. That means you're going to get paid $1,092 every 7 days. And the reason I say every 7 days is in 7 days, if XYZ doesn't go below $76, you get to keep that premium. They pay you that as soon as you execute the trade because you're a seller. And as soon as you hit sell, $1,092 of income is going to enter your account right there and then, literally within 2 minutes. So you're going to generate literally $1,092 worth of income with a 10% chance that's not going to happen. Why? Because XYZ is a strong company. It's going to keep going up and up and up. And there's something you can actually pay attention to called the delta. And the delta is the percentage chance of this actually happening, of it actually coming to that $76. And when I looked at it inside of Thinkorswim, it actually gave me a 10% chance. So only a 10% chance this is going to happen. That means you have a 90% chance that you just got paid $1,092 a week for literally doing nothing and executing in 5 minutes. So what's going to happen in 7 days? If this stock doesn't get to that point, you get to keep the premium. And what you do it again. So let's say today's August 1st, you would just go up and say, I got to keep that money. I'm going to go to the next week, August 8th. And just like this, you can get paid $1,092 every single week on the week for having $100,000 in cash. So what makes it so safe? What makes it so secure? Great question. Because even if the trade goes against you, all that's going to happen is you're going to buy the shares at $76. So now you're going to own the shares at $76, and then you can literally just send it right back to the market and do the trade over and over again. There's actually a way, and I don't want to make this video so long, but there's actually a way that when you sell it back, you make more money and you get paid again for selling those shares that you sold to get into. It's called the wheel strategy. And if you want me to do that and do a video on that, just comment wheel below and I'll do a whole video breaking that down. But literally all you do every single week with 100,000 is literally go and say, hey, I want to get paid. You go to a delta of 0.20 or less, and then you go ahead and sell that put. And when you sell that put, you're going to get paid that premium up front. And this is something I do very often to generate cash flow. Now, there's another thing called the spread. So those with small accounts with about $10,000, there's a way you can actually make the same amount of money with only $10,000, even more, with a little bit different of a risk profile. And I can do that video next if you want me to, but I just wanted to come and really emphasize retiring, making money stress-free every single week, every 2 weeks, selling put options to generate that income. So if you had 200,000, that means you'd have generated about 2,100 for the week. If you had 300,000, you'd have generated about 3,300 for the week. There's a lot of people out here who are scared to retire that have multiple six figures in their account, not knowing that they could retire today if they learn exactly how to do this. And I literally have a step-by-step video where I did the whole breakdown of every single strategy of this. I'm going to link it to the end of this video. It's about an hour and a half long. You have to watch it. It's so in depth. The training is a full training, and I want you to really learn and take a hold of this because it can literally change your life. You can retire with options trading by generating weekly income, more embedded in real estate, no toilets, no headaches, no tenants, and get that cash flow every single week. Or let's say I want to do it every 2 weeks. Then I come to August 8th. So you want to do like a paycheck. And for doing it August 8th, I actually get paid more. Remember, I'm selling puts. And what you do is come down here. And again, we're looking for a safer bet, something with a 0.10, 0.5 delta, 0.15 delta. So this right here, not bad. So now you're getting paid double, $134, or you can even do this one, $158 in 2 weeks. If XYZ doesn't get to $72, you're going to get $158 per contract. I remember we could have sold 13 with $100,000. So if we did 13 times 158, that's $2,054 every 2 weeks. It's literally about the same amount that you're making. So you can choose to do it weekly, you can choose to do it bi-weekly, and with $100,000, you can literally make about $5,000 a month selling cash secured puts. And that's only the first part of the growth strategy. I did the full training of every part of this on another video. I'm going to link it here. Comment below if you have any questions, and let me know if this was helpful. Chat soon.